What is up, Sideways fam? Welcome back to the channel. I'm back with the Z today. Let's jump right into it. I got a lot of stuff to do. This is video 3. This has been a long video for a car that pretty much was like a rolling shell. Well, not even so much a rolling shell. So let me go ahead and hop right into it and let you know what we're going to be working on today. Alrighty, so a lot of stuff going on. Bear with me because I know you've kind of already been through a lot of this. So I went ahead and got the BTI. We talked about that last time. I've actually gone ahead and made custom brake lines for the ABS delete actually to the master. So I'm going to be going ahead and bolting the master in right now and hooking up those lines to the frame where it's supposed to be. Actually on the Z, which is kind of cool, it's actually labeled front and rear. So that's going to be kind of nice. So let me go ahead and get these lines that I just got plugged in, and that'll be one piece of the puzzle that is going to get done. And then I've also gone ahead and here's the adapter that we're going to be putting in. This will allow us to go ahead and have our turbo line stay where it's at. And then we're going to be able to go ahead and put in one of these AEM sensors right here for the oil pressure to go ahead and read and work. We're going to try to get that BTI wired up and crimped in. I'm going to go ahead and charge my laptop right now, try to get that going so we can try to make sure everything's reading and kind of get some of this stuff done. I'm also going to go ahead and hook up the slave line with the fork and everything to the trans. So bear with me. Let's go ahead and start getting all this stuff done though. Alrighty, so I just finished wiring up the BTI. I know it's still a mess underneath here. I just finished wiring up a few other things too. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and test the BTI. Nice. We got battery voltage reading. We also got a E85 reading already. So it looks like we're already getting a reading. I'm going to go ahead and fire her up. Let's go ahead and see. Sounds like we got the wiring wired up right. Got fuel pressure, got oil pressure reading, got E85 reading. That's good. We also got wideband reading right now. Like it just kind of came on. So I don't think I need to go ahead and plug into the laptop. What I'm gonna test right now is when we get up to temp, if the fans are gonna go ahead and turn on right now. So right now we're only at 78. Also, I wanted to see if we're still spraying out the front main seal. I did clean everything right now, so I don't see a lot of spray. So we're gonna let it run for a minute. Let's see what's going on. I got the fans just kind of bridged in right now just to kind of see what's gonna happen. So give me a minute, let's see if they turn on. Alrighty guys, so new day. Got a lot of stuff going on. We're gonna be going ahead and getting this thing finished up today. Benjamin's here already, and he's actually finishing up the brakes. I'm gonna go ahead and walk around and make sure right now and check everything to make sure everything is good. We're gonna start bleeding the clutch and the brakes, throttle cable, headlights, nose panel. But I'll go through a few things right now with you guys. Let me go ahead and put the camera. As we saw last time, I did get the fans to go ahead and trigger. We are gonna have to remove this because like I said, we do have a front main seal leak, obviously, because it's spraying oil out. So we're gonna have to pull all this thing apart again, which kind of sucks, but once again, homie's here. We're gonna try to get this thing done and power through it. It's been here for a few months. We need it done. We have our crazy brake upgrade. I guess on this side, there was a brake line that had actually failed that he had ordered and replaced. He's doing that now. And I do trust him because he does work at Dodge and is a tech, so I'm not worried about him helping on the car. We do need to go ahead and put the battery in the trunk still, which is why the relocation cable is still back here. But I've already kind of gone around and checked everything. He has the pads, all of the pieces he needs to have everything done already in, and everything looks like it's to be tight. Old school coilovers are already on it. We do have a mess in the car still that I'm going to go ahead and have to be going through it in a little bit, but I mean we did get the BTI functional like you saw in the last little segment, and that's going to be going together here pretty soon too. Hopefully he has a steering column paneling there too, so I can actually put the dash in there, or he'll have to do that later, or we'll just stick it in there for now and zip tie it or something, or I don't know, figure it out. But anyways, we're gonna get this stuff bled up. And then in a few, after we have some pressure, hopefully we'll have this thing on the floor after we do the front main seal, I guess, and should be pretty good. Hopefully no leaks today. Got a bunch of brake stuff we gotta be putting together, but let's go. Alrighty, so we got the headlights in. Everything else is back together. We have brakes bled, clutches bled. Fitting is now in the intake manifold for that stuff. Catch can is done with the catch can lines. We're gonna go ahead and do now, as we can see the front end is off again. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this apart. We're gonna replace the front main seal and try to fire this bitch up before we leave, to just see if this shit's no longer gonna be nasty and be all full of oil. I think what he did, that he was saying, is that he lubed up the front main when he put it in and then knocked it in. That could be the problem. I don't know. We're gonna do it my way, so for the best. So let's give us a few minutes to get this out. Hopefully we can get this apart. I have less than an hour to get this finished, so let's go. Well, got the front crank seal out. It was pushed all the way in. There's the old one. Got everything nice and clean. Luckily, Ben brought these Dodge cleaner. Good old things. Mopar. Got some Mopar going on. Anyways, I'm gonna put this in. Hopefully we can get it back together and fire her up before we leave and just make sure she's not leaking anymore. So give me a few and hopefully this goes in easier than difficult. Let's go. And just like that, we got a brand new seal in. If you guys don't see, it's 100% flush up and down. You gotta just take your time and get that part in or else it's gonna leak. He did have the seal pushed in. Sorry, I ripped it out. I was on the phone with the customer when I was recording it. Probably should have saved it to show people how you don't want to install it. But we're gonna go ahead and get everything cleaned up, put it back together, and hopefully start her up and make sure everything's good. So let's go. All right, so battery's in the trunk. We just went ahead and started this bitch up. We got full live data right now. Looks good. Got the wideband working now that it's warmed up and heated up. And we're gonna keep an eye on the timing belt real quick until the fans turn on and make sure we don't have any oil leaking. So I'm not gonna bore you with it running and all that. We're just gonna go ahead and just wait and see what happens. But all in all, you can see over here, we have all our numbers moving. Got 130 PSI of oil pressure. Wideband's a little lean at 16. Battery voltage is at 13.4. E67 for our E85 content. Idle's a little high, but I do have an open vacuum leak I'm gonna have to go ahead and fix in a second. Everything else is reading. So let's wait for the temp to go ahead and come up and we'll go from there. All right guys, so another night. As we can see, it's nighttime. Working on the Z. Car is looking like a freaking car. So let me go ahead and flip the camera, show you where we're at. Let's go. Wow, bro. It looks like a car. Woo! I got the bay pretty much cleaned up too. So I'm gonna start getting this wideband brought in the car, get that BTI where it needs to go. I started throwing stuff in the back that I'm not gonna be needing. I gotta clean up all the wiring on the floor still, and get the ignition to start cycling with the key. So let's keep going with the soldering and shrink wrapping, getting everything else done, and we'll end up probably finishing this video out today with everything running and turn the dash, and we'll be good to go. So, woo, let's go. I have to say, sometimes I just amaze myself because this car was such a shit throw, and it's actually looking like a car now. So let me go ahead and finish getting the stuff put together how I want it to be together for the customer, and we'll fire this thing up. Let's go. Alrighty, well, let's see if we got the start signal going. Here fuel pump, here BTI, and we got ignition. Let's see if we go. Going, but we'll fix that in a minute. Alrighty guys, so car's done. I gotta put the hood on still. She's a freaking beauty. We finally got her outside. She drove out here. I'm gonna go ahead and give the car a quick test drive just to double check and see that we got brakes and everything's kind of working before we go to dyno. And pretty much be ending the video. I'm gonna do like a quick little rev at the end of it, put the hood on. It looks like a badass though. This thing looks freaking dope. I'm super stoked. So, well, she's rolling down the street. Woo-hoo. So Brakes are pretty like non-existent. Pretty sure the master's bad. I mean, I'm not having to pump the brakes to slow down and fuck with the e-brake, but we can get the dyno like this. I've dealt with worse, so definitely gonna have to change the brake master cylinder bud, you know what I mean? But we're going, and probably be a good idea to do the power steering in this thing in a minute. But yeah, we're rolling down the street driving, dang old driving. Yeehaw. So I got Danny here on the 2J. Just put the 91 in the car and drain all the E back out. So we'll be good for Dyna to drive the car over there, dude. Alrighty guys, so as we can see, the Z is done. I'm gonna go ahead and get the cars all pushed out of here because we got a whole bunch of cars in here we're working on right now. And tomorrow morning, we're gonna go ahead and get right on the dyno. Everything's ready to go. Let's see what she cranks out. Any questions or concerns, anything you guys wanna know, go ahead and hit me up. Other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Till next time, guys. Peace.
暁は集った。